I'm going to start off with priming my face. So I'm using the Benefit Professional Primer and apply it evenly all over my face, especially on my T-zone. Then I'm priming my eyes and I'm using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. And I'm using the clear one, and I'm just going to apply a little bit just on the eyelid, and then I'm going to evenly distribute this all over my lids and all the way towards my brows, making sure that it gets in between the little brow hairs. Then I'm taking a really light foundation to use as a base, and I'm using the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Foundation, and I think I am going to be using this shade 30. I'm going to be using Fearless Cosmetics CB2 brush to apply my foundation, and I'm just going to dab it all over my face. So mostly just concentrating this in the center area. I'm just going to take it down towards my neck. And to set the foundation, I'm just going to go ahead and use my Smashbox Halo Powder. And I'm going to use Dose of Colors Large Powder Brush. I'm just applying a tiny bit of it, and I'm just going to make sure that I get in all the areas where my foundation would usually gather. So like wrinkles, around the nose area, and forehead. Then I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Palette. And I'm using all 3 shades. I know it looks dirty, just don't mind it. But I'm using all these 3 contour shades. I'm just going to go ahead and use the Dose of Colors powder brush. So I'm just mixing all the 3 shades and doing a wash of contouring. Just on the basic area, just around the forehead, on my temples and cheekbones. And just a bit of the jawline. I'm being super quick because the sun is setting towards my window, so I'm going to be losing a little bit of light towards the ending. So bear with me guys, because I'm doing this for you guys. Anyways, I'm going to be using the OPV Duo Fiber Powder Brush, and we're going to concentrate the darker shades here, so these 2. And I'm just going to intensify that contour. Then I'm using Morphe E27 brush and using Fawn, which is the middle contour color, to do this area here. Then I'm mixing all 3 colors, just doing the inner corner. Whatever's left on the brush, I'm just going to drag this towards the crease. Then I'm just taking a clean blending brush, and I'm using Morphe E3 brush. I'm gonna make sure that the contour is not harsh anywhere. And then I'm gonna go in and highlight. So I'm using Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo in the shade 16 light, or light 16. I'm gonna dab some just underneath the eye, and using Morphe E25 brush, I'm gonna dab under the eye and dabbing it down towards my nose. And taking a clean Morphe brush. So again, I'm using the Super Beauty Hydroliners, and this time I'm using the shade Sea Nymph, a turquoise blue color, and Fanny Pack. This is a really bright neon green color, really awesome. Great if you want to do like oh, do you see that? Glow in the dark. And a bit of the white moonshine, but I'm pretty sure this is called something else on their website, but this is a matte white color. And again, I'm just using the Makeup or the MAC mixing medium. And the best thing to do if you are going to be recreating this look is to make sure that you have a reference photo to go by. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to find the map. So once you find a picture of the world map, you want to save it. I'm just going to go ahead and save this one here. simple gray. Then I'm gonna go into the app Live Collage. So I'm gonna pick this collage here and pick the picture from my camera roll. So what I'm gonna be doing is, since it is not, I'm gonna flip it horizontally. When I do the makeup, it is correctly on the camera because it's gonna flip onto the other side if I take pictures trying to imitate the photo or the look. This is a major challenge, so I'm gonna try my best to like imitate this perfectly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the Sue Ava graphic eyes in the White the Truth just to outline everything. So since I'm from Greenland, let's fucking do this. Let's make Greenland. Okay, that's Greenland. Let's make a little Iceland here. The good thing about this is I can always wipe it off. I'm gonna put Australia here. And this one's gonna go on my jawline. I'm gonna go ahead and use Tarte Inner Rim Liner. I ran out of the white and I don't have pencil sharpener. And just so you know, this is just outlining, so I'm gonna make sure to go in and fix everything. So I'm going to start off with using white. I'm going to mix the mixing medium into all these colors here. Start with green. I'm going to do is going to drag it down. Then I'm using Morphe G20 brush and I'm going to apply that turquoise sea nymph. Okay, so I just blended in the little greens here, and then I'm gonna go in and use Fanny Pack. This is the neon green color, and I'm still using the Morphe brush. A little close, but that's all I can do. The North Island and the South. And I know you're going to be asking about Greenland, so no, it is not always snowing in Greenland, actually. Then I'm taking Smith 202 fine liner brush and working on the little details. I'm taking that Morphe brush just to blend. Kind of erase any areas. So one side of the Q-tip is wet and the other is dry. Then I'm using Morphe M362 and going in with Sea Nymph. See, this is why I love Suva products. This is insane. And I'm just going to apply some on my lashes. So I just apply contact lenses, and these lenses are from Boulanguise. I think they're called Black Sclera, I'm not sure, but I'll make sure to link it down below in the description box. But that is the beginning part of my World Map face paint. Then I'm going to add the black Hydroliner grease, also by Suva. And for this I'm just going to apply water because I wanted to have the watery effect. So I'm going to be using Dermaboo's Rejuvenating Spray Mist. And just spray it in there. And let it sit for a few seconds. And I'm going to add it just below the bottom lashes. So I'm just going to really saturate it just below the eyes. Now I'm going to create the tear effect using, I know it's going to sound weird, but I'm going to use some cruelty-free lens water. What do you call it? Lens solution.